Coming up on the list, like Totally Bummer Dude, nobody takes glamour shots anymore. 80s trends that will gag you with a spoon. Plus, your taste in the grape is in your genes. Find your perfect wine with a DNA test. But first, he lost more than 300 pounds with just one change to his diet.
This is so good.
That's at the top of our list right now.
Think of the hardest thing you've ever accomplished and the impact that it had. Mylan Ross lost over 300 pounds and created a book and food brand empire with a single mission: to save other people's lives the way he saved his own. Teresa Strasser has his inspiring story at the top of our list.
Most people have a six-pack. I had a keg.
Mylan Ross was 518 pounds. He had diabetes, hypertension, and he couldn't walk or stand for more than 10 minutes at a time.
How many diets do you think you'd been on?
Every single one.
But it was being kicked off an amusement park ride on his son's 7th birthday that changed everything.
He was crying and screaming, and it was in that moment that I knew I needed to do something different. So unless you're training for the Olympics,
right,
you don't need any more protein than what you get out of plants.
Mylan lost 320 pounds with a plant-based diet. He wants you to know 3 things that could change your life.
Change is a verb, and you have to supply the action.
The first thing he wants you to know: animal-free does not equal healthy.
What is the difference between plant-based and vegan?
Potato chips are vegan.
Sure.
Coca-Cola is vegan.
Packaged vegan foods can be high in sugar and fattening oils.
A whole food plant-based is where you're eating whole foods that have been messed with as little as possible.
Don't process it at all.
Go for foods that don't have a package.
I want you to pick it, bring it to the store. That's it.
Next, don't give up your favorite foods.
I have learned how to remake all the foods I loved so that I could still have them.
Mylan enjoys lentil sloppy joes, portobello mushroom steak, and the occasional slice of butter-free peach pie.
How much trial and error is involved in coming up with these recipes?
Even meat eaters, you love the flavor. It's seasoning, it's flavors. Your mind still says this is great food.
This is so good. The red wine sauce is incredible.
The biggest thing Mylan wants you to know: you do not have to make a drastic change.
Sometimes people fail because they feel like it's too much at once and they're overwhelmed, they can't start.
Take 1 meal a day or 1 day a week and do no meat. You can add days or meals as you progress.
Mylan is down 300 pounds off all his meds, and as for his son,
he looks at me like his hero now.
Because he's seen this transformation.
Nigel looks at me and says, I can do anything. And he believes that.
Want to try a Meatless Monday? Go to thelisttv.com, where you can also find Mylan's full story and his weight loss secrets. Plant-based and living a full life is on the top of our list.
Mylan used research to find his perfect foods, and now science is finding you your perfect drink by using your DNA to find the wine that best suits your palate. Lindsay Granger is at the intersection of science and sommelier on The Breakdown.
We've heard of DNA being used to trace family history or even help with nutrition goals. But a new company called Vinome says DNA can help you find your perfect wine.
In the last 10 years, it's really exploded, and we've really been able to integrate DNA into telling us why people can perceive certain flavors.
Co-founder of Vinome, Shannon Kieran, is explaining how this works. First up, send in your DNA sample, and it's no cotton swab.
They'll receive a kit from our partner. In that kit, they'll have a little saliva collection tube. They'll literally just put some saliva in it, seal it up, send it back, and in about 4 to 6 weeks, they'll get their results.
So what exactly are they testing for?
Vinome looks at 10 genes that are all related to smell and taste. We also ask a few questions about what type of food you might like, what type of cheese you eat, how you feel about the smell of fresh cut grass.
All of that data comes together to form an algorithm tailored to you. The lab test costs $80, and once you get the results, you can either buy wine personalized to your profile from Vinome or your favorite wine store. Next up, get the results.
When I get my results, I see that the melons are huge and like blackberries are small. What does that mean?
So what you're looking at here is an overall view of how likely you are to enjoy these flavors in your wine. What we're saying is you're more likely to like melon in your wine. Not necessarily for breakfast, but specific to your wine.
The test looks for several flavor profiles, including caramel, nuts, chocolate, and vanilla. Some flavors, like vanilla, show up in both red and white wine, so you may enjoy both Cabernet Sauvignon and Chardonnay. And finally, Vinome creators say by tailoring drinks to your DNA, you'll be able to explore new options.
We are tailoring these bottles specifically to their palate. We have a guarantee that they're going to love it. And, thus far we've had overwhelming positive response.
Some critics say the science behind the company is flawed, but Vinome's response is simple.
It's wine. It's fun.
It's not meant to be taken too seriously.
Enjoy your wine. That's the bottom line.
Finding palate-pleasing Vino on The Breakdown.
Remember back in the 80s when Bartles and James wine coolers, they were super popular? Well, a lot of 80s things like denim skirts, mirrored sunglasses, and DuckTales have made a comeback, but some seem dead and gone. 80s trends that aren't coming back, or are they? On The Lowdown.
We wear short shorts.
You really feel the music with a Sony Walkman.
All the great taste shift ahead.
Where's the beat?
Ah, the 80s. We had Top Gun and The Danger Zone. And MTV actually played music.
24 hours a day on cable TV.
But now things have changed, and there are some 80s trends that don't exist anymore. Like our first trend, video stores.
Blockbuster Video, one of the largest video superstore chains in the country.
It used to be, but not anymore. Thanks to streaming services, Blockbuster has only 12 locations left in the U.S. And to think the former video giant could have bought Netflix for $50 million in 2000. That's called an epic fail.
Nobody has the movie I want.
Hey, if it's on video, Blockbuster probably has it. I mean, we have over 10,000 videos.
Wow.
Now Netflix has all the videos, and there's no video clerk to judge you when you watch Can't Buy Me Love for the 5th time, just to learn the dance moves, of course. Patrick Dempsey may have stood the test of time, but our next trend didn't. Waterbeds.
Daddy, come here. This waterbed's only $119.
Everyone wanted one. In 1986, waterbeds made up 20% of the bed market, but they deflated as fast as a Bruce Willis singing career.
One thing I miss from the 80s is glamour shots. They just don't do pictures the way they used to. So we're going to recreate it. Andrew, you ready?
Ready.
I channeled the 80s and made my hair big enough to make Cyndi Lauper proud.
Where's the Aquanet?
Girls just want to have fun and really great glamour shots. Maybe this is one 80s trend that should make a comeback. Head to our Facebook page at The List Show TV and share your shot. Things we killed from the 80s on The Lowdown.
Almost as large as Christina's hair. Wow, look at that. The moon last week when it was eclipsing the sun. If you witnessed the big event and it tweaked your interest in astronomy, you're not alone. Amateur stargazing is what's on the to-do list.
If the solar eclipse got you excited to explore the night sky, listen up. Sari Custer of the Arizona Science Center has 3 easy ways to become an amateur stargazer. First up, there's an app for that.
Step outside, look up at the stars, point your phone at the sky, and you'll see what constellations are there for you.
One of the top free apps to explore the universe is Skyview for Android and iPhone. The app has an augmented reality feature that you can toggle on and off, and a dreamy soundtrack accompanies your sky watching. The night view mode protects your night vision, and the camera lets you capture and upload photos.
And that app is going to be customized for a very personal experience for your first time.
Next stargazing tip, talk to planetarium experts.
Almost every single state has a planetarium, so you can go talk to experts about space, learn a little more in depth about what's happening as far as new nebula, new planets that are being discovered, exoplanets and moons.
Planetariums also have specialized presentations about local astronomy and what the sky looks like at different times of the year in your city, as well as
what's happening as far as new planetary discoveries in other solar systems.
Many also feature programs on the solar system, sun, and trips through time and the universe.
There's so much going on, and those experts are right there in your backyard.
The third way to become an amateur stargazer, join an astronomy meetup.
Every community has a local meetup group, so a mix of amateur and maybe more pro astronomers.
These meetup groups often have star parties, with telescopes available for the ultimate stargazing experience.
You'll have the knowledge of all of these different levels who can share with you maybe tips and tricks for how to look at the sky.
The groups also have workshops and lectures to open up the stars to you.
So a really great, close community that will just help to build on that knowledge for you.
Going on a grand tour and learning more about your night sky. It's on the to-do list.
Speaking of looking to the sky, is it too early to start prepping for the 2024 eclipse?
Yeah, but you can at least think about it, right? That's our first story, trending now. Whoa!
Oh my God! If this eclipse excitement is any indication, there are a lot of people who cannot wait for the next one on April 8th, 2024.
It's breathtakingly beautiful.
Major cities in the path of that eclipse include Dallas, Little Rock, Indianapolis, Cleveland, and Buffalo.
If you want to be totally prepared for the totality, mark your calendars for October 2022. That's when hotels will start opening up rooms to rent in those cities.
Now to something happening today.
Yeah.
Whole Foods might finally lose their rep as whole paycheck.
And we have Amazon to thank for that. That's at number 2.
We believe in food that's naturally beautiful, fresh, and nutritious.
Amazon acquired Whole Foods for $14 billion, but that big price tag will mean big savings.
You'll save on staples like beef, chicken, eggs, and more. And in the future, expect Amazon Prime members to get even more discounts.
So let's sing it one more time. There's more to Prime.
Now to some food that isn't quite as healthy, but it's still darn tasty, and it can keep you full.
Free pizza for life.
And how to win it is at number 3.
Watch this video very carefully, because if you can guess how many dominoes are knocked down in it, you could win a free Pizza Hut pizza every 2 weeks for the next 60 years.
See the full video on thelisttv.com and find out where to email your guess before the deadline, August 31st.
All right, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to spend the rest of the day rewatching that video for sure.
That's right. All I know is free is always in fashion, and it's also what's trending now.
Get this! The AMC Pacer used in Good Burger is now on display outside a diner in Tucson, Arizona. From Good Burger to Coming to America, you'll love our list of fictional fast food joints.
Order the double cheese and sausage.
Plus, Cheeto Cuisine. Would you want to try these cheesy-infused dishes?
Bon appetit.
And Train Your Bunny, the most unusual competitions. Stay tuned. There's more coming up on the list.
September is almost here, which means we will soon say goodbye to summer, along with some great Oscar-winning movies on our favorite streaming services. Films to see before they split on the hot list.
All right, you don't need to have a meltdown quite yet. American Beauty is still available to stream until August 31st on Amazon.
Smile, here at Mr. Smiley's.
You are so busted.
Kevin Spacey and Annette Bening lead the cast in a story about a family dealing with a father who's having a doozy of a midlife crisis.
There's so much beauty in the world.
Well, the Oscar folks found beauty in this film. It took home 5 trophies in 2000, including Best Picture and Best Actor for Spacey.
I rule.
Next, Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, is getting trimmed from the Netflix lineup at number 2.
Sweeney's waiting. I want you bleeders.
The dark musical turned film has Johnny Depp singing and slicing his way through a slew of bodies to get revenge on a crooked judge that destroyed his family.
I can guarantee the closest shave you will ever know.
Depp's colorful portrayal of a murderous barber earned the film an Oscar win for art direction. Hurry, it goes away September 1st.
How about a shave?
Also leaving, but not till the end of September, Almost Famous is at number 3.
We are not groupies.
This is Penny Lane, man. Show some respect.
This role put Kate Hudson on the map and won Cameron Crowe his first Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
I am a golden god!
The movie is loosely based on Crowe's life as he toured with bands and wrote for Rolling Stone. Rock out before it goes out September 30th on Hulu.
So I'll see you guys in Topeka, okay?
And finally, leaving HBO September 30th, Slumdog Millionaire is at number 4.
Are you nervous? What? Am I nervous? It's you who's in the hot seat, my friend.
Based on the book Q&A, the Rags to Riches story follows a boy who grew up in the slums of India and worked his way through some tough questions to win some serious coin and maybe something more.
We went on the show because I thought she'd be watching.
The sleeper hit won big at the Academy Awards, taking home 8 Oscars, including Best Picture, a true fairy tale ending for the independent film.
I'd like to phone a friend.
And the winner is you on the hot list.
Another classic movie, though surprisingly, it didn't win any Oscars. What a snub. The cult classic Good Burger. It's been 20 years since it first hit theaters, and that got us thinking about some of the other fictional eateries we've loved in films. A look back at our favorite movie restaurants on the Lowdown.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Fresh off the grill at number 1 on our list of our favorite movie restaurants is Good Burger.
I ordered one Good Burger with nothing on it. There's no meat in here.
But you said you wanted nothing on it.
The 1997 classic starring Nickelodeon's Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell. The duo even stopped by The Tonight Show a couple of years ago to serve up a fresh order of nostalgia.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
The second spot on our list has a lot of flair.
So can I get you gentlemen something more to drink?
Office Space featured Tchotchkes, a not-so-subtle jab at TGI Fridays, where Jennifer Aniston's character was a disgruntled server.
Do you know what this is about?
My, flair.
The director, Mike Judge, said the movie actually caused Fridays to stop wearing those crazy buttons or flair.
Or, your lack of flair, because, I'm counting and I only see 15 pieces.
At number 3, McDowell's Restaurant.
Hey, take care of this for me, will you?
From Eddie Murphy's Coming to America.
They're McDonald's. I'm McDowell's.
It featured a then little-known Samuel L. Jackson.
All right, everybody shut up! Do what I say!
Finally,
Order the double cheese and sausage.
Right here, dude.
the iconic Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Hi.
Perry's Pizza, where Phoebe Cates and Jennifer Jason Leigh's characters worked. And All-American Burger, where Judge Reinhold's character Brad first worked.
Did you threaten this customer or use profanity in any way? Yes. You're fired.
If you're still hungry for more, check our list of favorite TV show restaurants on thelisttv.com. Ordering up a plate full of memories. Our favorite movie restaurants are on the Lowdown.
Are you sure there's nothing else I can bring you?
All right, welcome back, friends. Now, lots of us are into basketball, football, or even tennis. But today, on the Buzz List, Teresa Strasser's looking at some of the more unusual forms of competition out there.
And when we say unusual, we mean stark, raving mad. Let's check out some of the weirdest events out there. Teresa.
Thanks, guys. There are some unique competitions around the world, and we are checking them out today on the Buzz List. All right, coming in at number 3, rabbit show jumping, a competition that's kind of like Ninja Warrior for bunnies. These competitions are held all over the world, but they are mostly in Europe. I wonder what they win, a golden carrot? Moving on at number 2, Sepak Takraw, a game that's a lot like volleyball, but you can use any part of your body to hit the ball, except your hands.
How high in the air is he? And he manages to get the sole of the shoe up.
That is the ISTAF Super Series held in Southeast Asia, where this gravity-defying game is played and is super popular. And coming in as the number 1 oddest competition, Canine Freestyle, an event where pups do choreographed dances with their owners, like this duo who won the 2016 FCI Dog Dance World Championships in Moscow. Look at Rover Rocket. For more unusual competitions, head on over to thelisttv.com, and that is our Buzz List.
Now on the list, car leasing 101. 3 secrets to get you a better deal. 1. Never lease longer than 3 years because that will put you past the warranty. 2. Shop the specials online. You can often find some amazing offers under the manufacturer's websites. And 3. Keep the deal clean. Ask for all fees to be listed up front before you agree to the deal. If the final figure is higher than what you agreed to, walk away. For the latest trends, DIY, and life hacks, go to thelisttv.com.
On the next list, 1. Actively improve your sleep. Groundbreaking tech to give you major Z's. 2. Grandma's got a gold mine. What's in her cupboard that could be worth big cash? And 3. Do you have a pudgy pooch? Easy diet tips to slim down your doggy. All that on tomorrow's list.
You heard about the pop-up restaurant in New York with recipes all incorporating Cheetos. Well, it may be gone now, but the memories live on. It's on the viral list.
Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
Cool.
BuzzFeed Motion Pictures sent 2 people to review the New York pop-up restaurant, The Spotted Cheetah. And we're not gonna lie, we're kind of bummed we missed out on the cheesy fun.
Cheeto tree, Cheeto-inspired art, Cheeto-inspired cocktails, Bon Appetit.
Head to thelisttv.com to see what they thought of all the Cheeto-infused treats.
Look at that beauty, flaming hot Cheeto white cheddar mac and cheese. You can smell the flaming hot, like, I just cleared up my nostrils with that.
Skipping the diet and having a Cheeto day on the viral list.
The great thing about this meal, no Cheeto dust after.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a talented chef to make Cheetos taste good with other food.
Yeah, for real, but until they open another Spotted Cheetah, we'll have to assume they did a good job, I guess.
Is that a good assumption to make?
I think so.
All right. We'll have to see. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.
We'll see you tomorrow.